Hello, everyone. Welcome to part one of data visualization, or said otherwise, this is a course about teaching you how to make pretty graphs and pretty stuff so that you could get as much information as possible from financial time series. And, visualization, you're going to get the cliche that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And it is very true in everything that we do in finance and investments, how important graphs are. All right, this can come from anyways, like just standard investment due diligence to macroeconomic analysis. Pretty much anything that we do, we can turn into a visualization to summarize our findings, summarize data, and then distill the important information that will allow us to make investment decisions. And this is the foundational course. We're going to teach a lot of the basic graphing methods that you will do in Python, and we will explain how they are used and what is the pros and cons of each one. So that's this course, and I think you're going to love it. And of course, like everything we do, we try and show you the foundational elements, and then of course give you some nice novel techniques that you're not going to get anywhere else to help you be better at what you do and hopefully even impress and turn a few heads here and there. So let's get started. All right. So if you're doing this, we do expect you to have, like all of our courses, some Python knowledge already. You should be quite capable with functions, and by that, at least understand the structure of functions, how to supply arguments, how to return stuff from it. Although even when you're dealing with plotting, you don't necessarily need to return an object from the function. But everything we do will be doing in functions, and that is a great rule in programming. If you can create a function, do it. And then, of course, we will be using pandas, and our plotting libraries are going to be Seaborn and Plotly, and both of which are built somewhat on top of Matplotlib. So these are the main ones we need. Of course, always we're going to be using the standard packages to retrieve prices, whether Yahoo Finance or using OpenBB through, to get the Yahoo Finance through OpenBB, just so that we have standardized data, so that we know it's clean and that we know that we're getting good data. And then, of course, we're going to be sticking with our Google Colab. If you decide not to use Google Colab, just make sure that you're able, because our courses are designed for Google Colab so that everybody has the same experience. But if you do plan on using, VS Code or PyCharm or anything else, whatever your favorite IDE is, just make sure that you're able to follow along with what we're doing without giving you too much of a headache to try and figure out, okay, how do I do the exact same thing in my IDE? All right, so those are the prerequisites. So let's just start with our typical, the summary and why is it important? Okay, so like I explained before, we're going to be looking at the basic, essential visualization techniques. These are line plots, box plots, swarm plots, violin plots. So when you start looking at, let's say, box plots, swarm plots, violin plots, even pair plots to a certain degree, these ones are necessary to understand the distribution of data or the distribution of a time series. And this could be anything. It could be, I want to see the distribution of returns across different asset classes, which is what we'll be doing in this course. It could also be, I have 20 bond funds that I want to analyze, and I want to see their distribution of credit ratings over time in the AA bucket. So you can do a box plot or a violin plot and see that distribution. So we have plots for, like, the line plots is just usually for growth or to see how something has changed over time. You have plots like box plots, swarm plots, violin plots that will show you the distribution of the data along with certain descriptive statistics like median, average, percentiles. And then you have scatter plots, which allow you to assess the relationship between two time series or two variables. Those are the typical XY scatter plots that you see all over finance. And, then we're going to show you a custom range plot, right? Where you can see it's a different way. It's a novel way. It's a way that we created for you to get as much information from a distribution in one plot. So the whole point here is just to get, clear, insightful information out of the data. That's really what we're after here. So, but why is this important? Well, sometimes when you're dealing with time series and you're dealing with financial data, especially if you're dealing with 2 decades worth of time series, whether it's daily or monthly returns, it's not always that easy to get the key message out of it. And that's why we do so much graphing and visualization. So this just isn't about you being able to produce a graph so you can see the results of a trading strategy that you've built. Let's say you built 30 trading strategies and you want to see the distribution of the results. So we're going to show you so many different techniques that allow you to dissect and show data in so many different ways that you could find incredibly important information that will help you make better decisions. And of course, this is all built into Python. So it's not exactly like we're recreating wheels or anything like that. We're going to show you how easy it is to make beautiful, insightful plots. All right, moving on. So what are the objectives in this course? Learn how to produce and interpret some of the most important plots used in financial data analysis. It's really a very, very simple objective here. So we're going to show you the basics. And then show you a little bit about Seaborn and Plotly. And if you've done, some of the other courses already, you've seen that Plotly is more interactive. There's hover data. And so we're just giving you the option so you can do both. Why both? Well, if you are building a web app and you want to have interactive charts for your users, or the user could be you, Plotly is amazing for that. So I want to give you the option. I want to teach you both. All right. And I also want to give you a process. Now, everything that we do, I hope you're starting to see this in the way we teach and the way that we give our courses. We want you to learn about process. Everything is process. The second you have to do something or the same task more than once or twice, you need a process. You need to make sure you are doing the same thing every time. Why? Scale and efficiency. It's that simple. So we're trying to teach you how to scale everything, how to be efficient, but we want you to see things in a different way. We want to show you things that you just can't get anywhere else. And we're going to show you innovative plots. All right. In the context of this course, I'm going to show you a couple of plots that you probably have not seen before or have not seen how to code it before. And we want to show you how, again, it's all about critical thinking, attention to detail. Right? That's the most important things about graphs is you paying attention to detail to maybe see things that others don't, but absolutely to be able to make investment decisions. So you need to critically analyze what you see. Okay, so if we come back to the investment management workflow and we look at this, the question is, where can data visualization be used within this investment management workflow? And I hope you see the answer without me even saying it. The answer is everywhere. So what we are going to be showing you can be used in almost every aspect here, especially within strategic asset allocation, investment selection, and risk management and reporting. So everything that you're going to see here can be used pretty much anywhere. It's the techniques that matter. What's going to change is the data that you put into the graph. All right. Okay, good. Any questions? All right, so I'm going to stop this first theory lecture here, and then we're going to start going into what we're going to be covering in the next lecture. Thank you.